Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the
What?
Daily Grind. I have one half of right. Are you the better half? Right, you're the better half.
Obviously.
Yeah, obviously. I got the better half of the two Bucks Sports Show with me, Rusty. How are you, brother?
I'm good, man. How about you? I'm excited to be here with the best hair in the network. The best hair I've seen on any of our shows, man. Look at that. Look at that mane.
That quaff. You like that quaff?
Yeah, man.
I wish I could say I woke up like this, but that would just be a lie. It's just a lie.
I hear as a guy whose hair is starting to run away. I'm envious of that mop.
But your beard game, you got the
down here.
Yeah, see, you got the best beard. You got the best beard on the network. So you got the best beard and the best hair. This is good.
Perfect.
This is going to be a great show.
Absolutely.
Which we needed, man. After last night, did you watch the game? Did you treat yourself to it?
I did. See, I was on recap duty last night, so I had to watch
it
from start to finish, and it was a brutal night. I thought many times at halftime, like I should just go to bed and wing this thing. Just look up ChatGPT and go to bed.
That's so funny. I mean, it was. Hey, I read your recap. Your recap was good. You made the game interesting when every notification I got on, like, I was watching the game and my phone was trying to make me actively not interested by being like, "Hey, Grizzlies losing by 20. Oh, hey, it's 30 now." And I was like, "I'm watching it. Can you just shut up? I'm watching the game. I don't need you to rub it in."
I was about to say, I was focused on like the fans too. Like it started like thinning out and like thinning more and more and more, kind of like my hairline. It was just kind of receding further and further back until there wasn't not too many people left for that Utah dunk at the end, which was pretty cold, but
pretty awesome.
Yeah, but it was a rough night to be a Grizz fan last night.
Man, last night was one of those games where back in the maybe like 10, 15 years ago, you could have bought one of the tickets up there and found your way down courtside by the end of the game because nobody cared.
Easy. And it just reminded me again that we are in a developmental season, that this is not anything, given like 3 months ago, I'd have been pissed going to bed last night. Yeah. Last night, I was just grateful that it was finally over, like a mercy killing that I could finally go to bed.
Like the second tap of a double tap, like a pop.
That's it.
I don't even know, like, what was good. Who played good? Oh, wait, there was one guy that played good. We'll talk about him a little bit later, but who played bad? Because I think Jaren and Zaire and Gigi were combined. They were 6 of 37, 38.
Yeah. Jaren was cold last night, and he's had some of those games recently where he'll put up, okay numbers. I mean, 15 for Jaren's not a ton, but it was on 2 of 10 shooting. I mean, he was cold last night, just couldn't hit anything, and nothing was in rhythm, man. Like I talked about in my recap, over the last few games, we've seen some really good ball movement. Ball's been crisp, it's been moving around. We were hitting old ladies in the first row. Like, we were not throwing good passes last night. So many sloppy turnovers. When Jake LaRavia is one of your top scorers, that's an ugly night. That man shouldn't be in a Grizz uniform anymore.
Oh, man, I was so confused. I was so confused.
Yeah, and they know it too, because they did old boy dirty in the last home game against the Clips when they put him up there with the Memphis term of slaw. These memes write themselves, right?
Man, that's almost unfair to the guy, because what did they think was going to happen putting that poor pasty dude up there, like on the like I'm allowed to call him pasty. Like, look at this, sure. I'm pasty, like slow and just. You're setting him up for failure like that. Like, your boy can't do nothing like that. And then I confused him for Matthew Hurt like 4 times last night. And sure. I didn't mean to do that. That wasn't on purpose. I just knew we signed Matt Hurt again yesterday. I expected him to play.
That was the biggest news of the Grizz yesterday, and not the fact that we had the game last night. Yeah, the only thing the only difference was LaRavia shoots from in front of his face and Hurt comes from behind. But other than that, they look like the same player out there. He's got that. He doesn't shoot. He just hucks it up there.
Oh, man, that's the most accurate description of Matthew Hurt that I've heard yet, because I was trying to figure out how to explain him to somebody, and it's just like, yeah, he's like a soccer. He just inbounds like a soccer throw. It just like a shot.
Yeah, it's it. It's not a shot. It's a sling, is what it is.
It's a sling. Yes. Did you? So I'm trying to. What are your thoughts on Derrick Rose? Do you think that he's in it for, I mean, like, because I like Derrick Rose. I think when he's available, he's a fine backup point guard, but
sure.
Is he available? Like, is he going to play in the next game? Doubtful.
No, he will be on today's injury report at least questionable, if not doubtful today, because that's kind of the MO, right? We play a game, we sit a game. We play a game, we sit 2 games. Last night he created above the rim a couple times, just like some nice little finger rolls, some layups. He attacked really well, facilitated a few times. I think he had 4 assists last night. I mean, he was facilitating the ball pretty well considering all the laundry list of injuries he's had this year. I just think he's more in that Vince role at this point where he's out there just being that veteran presence, because our most tenured player now is Jaren Jackson Jr. and Yuta are our most tenured players on the team, right?
Yuta.
Oh, right. Contra didn't play last night. Oh, I know, man. He's the great Japanese hype, man, just killing it overseas. But I think he's just in that role where he's just a mentor at this point. And if you get 6 points out of him and you get 15 minutes, that's an awesome night. Yeah,
you're just chalking that up as a win at this point. And do you know, Conchar didn't play. Jordan Goodwin didn't play either, did he?
No, we just brought him back. I don't know why neither of them got minutes last night. Coaching decision, apparently. TJ had his rotation that he wanted to use last night, and neither of those guys saw the floor.
Man, last night was the first time where I have felt. I've been trying to explain to people. I feel like this is how you tank. This is how you tank a good way. This is a professional. We're doing it the right way. You're not tanking on purpose. You're still trying to get these guys reps. Last night was the only time where I felt like, TJ, are you trying to lose this game? Some of the rotations last night were just like, it didn't feel like you were doing. Last night, I would say, is the first game I felt like maybe these guys were getting a disservice based on the rotations that were thrown out there, as opposed to developing. And it's the first game that I felt that way. I just don't know why, but
yeah. I know this is a very pro Taylor Jenkins podcast, and I am as well. I'm pro Taylor Jenkins. I am, but I've questioned his rotations for a long time. He can make some very poor decisions. And last night, again, very obvious. He called that first time out when it was 9-2 and Brooklyn was starting to take a run. He pulled Jaren, he moved some guys around, and it was like, okay, the tank job is in tonight. And he just pretty early on was like, this might be a game that if I didn't have to write an article, I would be probably going to bed at halftime.
Yep. Well, and it's which is weird because this was one that you could have won.
100%. This is not the Nets team of the beginning of the season or even last year, right? Like this was, Mikal Bridges didn't have his best stuff last night. He didn't hit double digits until late in the third, actually in the fourth. He was the last starter to get double digits in the fourth quarter last night. Yeah. It was a very winnable game. Very winnable.
I mean, I think I went through one day last week. I just went through for the heck of it and just went through the rest of the schedule. Just, see what we wins and losses. And it didn't look pretty, but this one is a win.
I mean, I agree.
It's one of the few games that we were playing an opponent with a losing record, and I don't know. I don't know.
They were in a 4-game slide, but they, recently new coach. They recently acquired known Mike Conley hater Dennis Schroeder, and we let him go for 18 points. Like, how you gonna hate Captain Clutch, man? Like, he's just shooting that shot. Like, there's nothing. Like, and Schroeder's gonna get all in his feels about it. Like. Again, he's public enemy number 1 for the Grizz, or he was on Twitter this week, and then all he did was put an 18 piece on us last night and lead the Nets in points, and that just can't happen, man. A guy like that cannot beat you off the dribble like he did all night long.
We should have a game soon where we pick the all team Grizz killers.
Oh my gosh, he would be up there.
Him and CJ McCollum, I would put up there, and I would just
first two that come to mind.
I hate them. I hate them both.
I know, God, man.
And last night was one of those games where you're right. Schroeder was just. For a dude that really has had a lot of success in this league and has no reason to get as chippy as he does, it's like, bro, calm down, man. Like, what are you doing? Like, no one's coming after you, bro. Like,
I think he's just mad because he can't shoot. Honestly, he's a plus defender and he's a rim guy. He cannot shoot. And Mike made a shot. And he just got pissy that this longtime vet is making shots and Schroeder still can't shoot this far in his career.
He's like, no, not tonight.
Not tonight, sir. Not tonight.
We're we're gonna take a quick break because when we get back, there was some good. We had some good last night. When we get back, we'll talk about the one good thing. Well, not the big good thing. The one thing that I think has been on a lot of Grizzlies fans' minds. We're gonna talk about Lamar Stevens right after this break.
Not just the level of individual talent that he plays with, but it's also the level of his mind. We haven't gotten cross-court open shot this year. Right. We haven't seen that pass a lot. Number one, you got to respect him going to the basket. There's a roller. I got to watch the roller. He has the mind to be able to say, I see all of that, and now I see this guy over here. I'm going to get him this open shot. How shifty he is to always be going forward. It's usually side to side.
Yeah.
His dribble moves are side to side, but going forward.
Right.
Which is very hard to defend. I just want to get you, as many times can I get you to do this? But for him, it's not here. It is here, which is with or his moves to get down the floor. It's awkward for a defender to try to catch a cadence. You dribble. So now what I do is now when you go put that ball down, I'm going for it. But with him, it's hard for my cadence. But what's my cadence for you? I don't know what it is.
Tune in to the Anthony Sane Show Wednesdays and Fridays at 12 p.m. weekly on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Who do you need to step it up? Outside of David Jones, I think David Jones is David Jones.
I don't think you need him to step it up because he's been performing.
Yeah, like he's David Jones. Like outside of him, he's fine.
I think Quinterly needs to play better.
In what way? Like, I mean, he's facilitating the ball well. I mean, what do you like? I don't.
2 at 12 from the field's not cutting it.
It's not great. It's not great.
And I don't need a runner 3 from the top of the key with 3.5 seconds left.
Is Virginia the game where Jordan Brown is going to cook? Those dudes aren't looking to run the ball.
Cook what? Dude, I thought he was going to have a freaking night. He came out with that fresh cut, lined up, and then literally within the first 15 seconds missed a wide open layup. And then picked up 2 fouls right away.
I feel real lied to because I thought we were getting a 20 and 10 guy.
Didn't think it did anything for you.
Well, I think
we all thought we were getting a 20 and 10 guy. And we are getting that in David Jones.
I'm not even getting 20 or 10 minutes out of the guy.
Tune in to Tigers Untapped with TJ Willis and Trey Lasley every Wednesday at 3 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Welcome back to the Daily Grind. Real quick, shameless self-promotion time. Got to do it. Bluff City Media. You can become an insider, $5. Get access to all these shows, a bunch of other stuff. Get $2 Sports Show, Grizz 901 post-game live show. We like Daniel sometimes. Get access to a lot of stuff sometimes. And if you can't do that, the YouTube, our YouTube channel, that's free. You don't have $5. It's easy just to, you can afford that, I think. I can afford free, and I'm poor-ish. We'll see. Perfectly middle class-ish.
That's it. I'm the wrong kind of doctor, so yeah, I can relate.
The wrong kind of doctor. You get it. So the one bright spot last night, and well, no, I won't say the one. One of the random bright spots, I would say, from this entire season. I think that there were some people that were on Vince early and on GG early. This Lamar Stevens stuff is gotta be, I feel bad because I didn't recognize him the first time that I saw him in a Grizzlies uniform. I just didn't know who he was after the trade. And the dude is now kind of just been the most constant guy we have, like other than Jaren, the only guy that I feel comfortable and confident about night in and night out. He's in our top 5 in points per game and rebound. He's our leading rebounder per game.
Yeah, that's kind of sad. I mean, it shows the state of our post, right? I mean, I love the guy. He's been playing great basketball. All he's done in his 5 games with the Grizz is average over 12 points, over 6, almost 7 rebounds a game. And my man's not he's like 6'7". Like he's not even like one of the big guys on the floor, but he's just been. There was at the start the fourth quarter, Luke, last night. It was 4 straight possessions. He got a rebound off of a Nets miss and went down and scored 3 straight times for us. He scored 6 points in a row for us to start the quarter. He started the fourth quarter 4 for 4. I mean, the guy was just. He was incredible to start. Like last night down the stretch, he just didn't get any help.
Yeah, it was just him. It was only him.
He finished with 17. He was our leading scorer coming off the bench with 17.6 rebounds last night in a game that really otherwise he really could have overlooked every other performance. I think he was kind of the main driving force that we weren't competitive, but any competitiveness we had last night was because of him. And it wasn't because of lack of effort. Like, I don't want to sound like I'm like throwing the guys down. Like, we hustled, we played hard last night. It just wasn't our night. Things weren't falling, just sloppy. It wasn't our night. But Lamar Stevens had a pretty good stretch there in the third and fourth quarter. And it's fun to see, these guys like him, and you talked about GG and Vince getting this run. Like, this is only going to make us better for next year, right? That's all we can look at right now. I hope Lamar Stevens is in a Grizzly uniform next year. I think he could be another good rotation piece for us. Obviously, that rotation will shrink next year, but right now, get him some runs, see what you got, and see if this is a trend that continues. Because if he continues averaging 12 and 6 a night, that's going to be hard to let him walk.
For real. I mean, especially like if that's better than anything he's shown consistently that that's better than what we get out of Jitty. And, if that's what we're looking for, like a 10th man, because like right now, let's looking at next year, the only guys that are, how many guys we got on the roster now? There's only 14 guys, and that's assuming Yuta opts in and assuming we give Kennard his option. That's 14. We still have one spot available to offer a guy a contract. And, me and Mark have talked. The best case scenario, I think Yuta, the most amicable thing for Yuta is he goes and plays in Japan, gets offered a contract there, doesn't opt in, makes more money. We don't have to,
right.
That's a roster spot. And I think they're going to take Kennard's option. I think they talk really highly on him. It's going to be weird, I think, at this point after the trade deadline, if they wait till the offseason to trade him. So that's 13. Let's say there's 13. There's 2 spots. And that's if they bring everybody back that's still under contract. That's with Brandon, that's with Jake, that's with some of these guys. That's 13, excuse me. And if they get a starting center, that's still one for Lamar. I mean, I would just, if he keeps playing like this, I feel like you have to. The only way that he's not coming back is if a team is also watching this season and being like, I'll pay the dude.
Yeah, for sure. If we get outbid for him, it's the only reason he wouldn't come back. We thought Trey Jemison was going to be it, but he just kind of faltered a little bit. Thought Tucson might be it. But I think of the guys that we put on these 10-day trials, Lamar Stevens has shown, some of the most. We got him in a trade. Like, we didn't even bring him up. But, like, him coming over has been one of the most competitive things we've done for our bench. And if he's that last roster spot, I'm not mad at that. If we go fill that with a big that we need to kind of fill that post need, if Jake LaRavia is in a Memphis uniform next year, that's not the hustle. Woof. I'm writing a letter if that's the case. I'm starting a letter campaign.
Strongly worded email.
That's it. To whom it may concern, period. But I'd love to see BC back. Yeah, I'd love to see him fill the roster spot if we get, IG BC. Obviously, they're not going to post misses and him, looking bad on Instagram. But what I've seen so far on IG, he's got some bounce and finding a shot a little bit. So I agree. I think that last spot could be Lamar's, and I don't think that'd be a bad move at all on the part of the front office, just because he's young, he's he moves well, he understands the game, and he seems like a guy that's going to understand his role. Because last night he kind of he was kind of quiet in the first half, but late in the fourth quarter he just kind of took over when nobody else was and got buckets down the stretch and got us points and finished with 17. So he feels like a guy that can step in and fill a role and understand his his place on a team.
Yeah. Well, and honestly, like, for me at this point, they don't need to be relying on the draft anymore because they don't need to. They've done that. They found the kid. They found the dudes. They've got Gigi and they got Vince. They've relied on the draft and it worked. You don't need to do that anymore. Like, you're looking for those fringe rotation guys. You found one who hustled and is a perfect Grizzly.
Yeah.
Keep him. I don't know.
Why keep looking? And to me, this is just my opinion. This does not reflect the opinion of Bluff City Media, but like, that's why I'm like leaning more and more pro moving that draft pick. Cause you've got this year's first like lottery pick, right? Gigi Jackson should have been in the draft this year. He's our pick right there, dude. Put that thing out there. Let's go find us a big that can rebound and really improve our post game. And then count Gigi as that lottery pick for those, draft nicks out there that want people to be drafted, that want to develop that way. Okay. Your boy's Gigi. Let's go get somebody else.
I'm with you. I 100%. I'm team make that draft pick more pretty. I want people to see 100%. That.
Because like I'm a college basketball nerd. I watch a lot of it. Like Dalton Klingon is a big post player who's been hurt. He's got some injury issues. And unless you get that number 1 pick and you get that kid from overseas, Filipowski's not it. He's got some injury concerns. Like, I don't really see a guy that's going to fill that center need for us. We have found some shooters. We've got a couple guys in Luke and Dez that can shoot. Obviously, we need more, help from get rid of some of these boneless wings, as Anthony Sane would say. We can always use more shooting, but like, if we can move that pick for a serviceable big, dude, let's go, man. Get that thing out of here and let's find somebody who can hoop. We got everybody else. I am very pleased with the way this roster is shaken up, despite 100%. The way the season's gone. Like, I'm keeping my moaning to a minimum because the only position that I want to upgrade at this point is center, because we don't have one. Right. At all. Like, Jaren is not a true 5. Nope. Like, Jaren ain't a 5. Nope. And like, I'm the eternal optimist. Like, that's something that's annoying about me. I don't own that. I'm the eternal optimist. Like, I'm looking at these games, even last night, like, there's still silver linings in it, because you're getting run for guys like Lamar, and you're getting run for Gigi, even though he didn't look very good last night. Get these guys some minutes, man. That's only going to pay dividends during our championship window over the next 3 to 4 years, right? Where 24, 25, 26, right now we have the thinnest rotation in the association. This time next year, knock on wood, barring some injury issues, we'll be deeper than anybody else in the league, man. And we can this is only going to help us then. So again, last night was ugly, but Lamar Stevens stepped up and showed that he could be a Grizzly for a few years to come.
Damn right. We're gonna take one more break because you said that very well said, my friend. Very well said. I wanted to say amen. I was like, yes, sir. You like, yes.
We'll start that now.
I know. I was like, we got to be careful. It's Tuesday. We're gonna take a quick break. When we get back, we're gonna have a new segment that we're introducing called Tubin Tuesdays. That's my Tubin voice. Tubin Tuesdays. When we get back right after this break.
I'm just big on being able to vocalize what someone's role is. I always thought my best coaches were the people that let me know exactly what you expect from me. Now I might not like it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Right. But if you come to me man to man and say, this is how we think we're gonna play you. Bang, bang, bang. And hopefully everybody understands. I'm not saying that this has not been done with this team. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying from my experience, we all have egos when we get to this game. Right. All of us. To the last person on the bench, you got an ego. But all of us can't be the man. Yeah. You got to be able to say, okay, he's the man, but what do I do and what can I do to help us be good? And if it's vocalized to you, then you know exactly and if I'm out there doing it and now I'm not getting the result from you, now we got to sit down and have another conversation. Mm-hmm. But as long as it is told to you, this is what we expect from you, this is how we want you to play, then I feel like, again, keeping this logo. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Tune in to the Anthony Sane Show Wednesdays and Fridays at 12 p.m. weekly on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel. All right, Christian.
Yes.
You are Penny Hardaway.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Today, you're going to play act. Okay. Gabe, because you're a Jordan Brown apologist, you're going to be Jordan Brown.
I'm a Jordan Brown apologist. Okay.
Okay.
I'll take that.
Y'all are sitting across the room from each other.
I said, don't tweet him hate. And he's like, you're an apologist. Like, good God. But either way, continue. We're in a room together.
Why did things break down?
Jordan, we brought you in this year to be the centerpiece of our offense. You came in out of shape. Let's call it what it is. Call a spade a spade. We play fast. Told you this when we were recruiting you. We play fast. One of the fastest paces in the country. You have to be able to get up and down the floor. You have failed at that.
Oh, well, I'm leaving. So
cool. Tune in to On the Bluff with Christian Fowler and Gabe Kuhn every Tuesday at 12 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Welcome back. You know that the play acting they were doing in that little commercial, that reminded me of our newest segment, and that was a segue. I'm learning. That wasn't very good. I'm trying to get better. This is a brand new segment called Tubin Tuesdays. That made it sound more scary. It's not supposed to be scary. So every household in America, I think, has a TV. That's a stat I made up. There's one. I'm looking at one right now. There's a weird
check right over here.
Weird Rinvo commercial on. I don't know, bowel movements or something. I don't know, but it is. TV's cool, and if you're watching a movie, or if you're watching a TV show, you know, I want, as we continue with the show, as the season goes on, as the season stops, I want to do more non-Grizzly stuff. And what's, you know, I'm assuming people don't only watch Grizzlies games on TV.
Probably
that would be weird. And so we're just going to talk about what we're watching. I'll go first because I'm watching something that's been out for a while and I feel like an old man for having waited. So I'm on I just binged all of season 3 of Stranger Things.
Ooh, yeah, that's good stuff.
It's really good. And I'm on season 4 now. I watched one episode and I feel sort of caught up in the culture now because I saw Quincy wake up. I saw that thing. Yep. I'm in it. Kids are talking about now. Yeah. I was not ready to be as unsettled as I was. It's like the gore and the gruesome stuff in the 3rd season was like nasty and just kind of gooey.
Yeah.
This season so far, I'm just like, Yes.
Mhm.
Like it ended, and I was like, I'm gonna go on a walk. I'm just gonna go on a walk. Because
Let me turn that night light on.
well, yeah, man. I'm a grown man. I was scared of the dark probably later than most people should be, but
Same.
I don't need this in my life right now, but I'm gonna probably finish it today.
Yeah, absolutely. They do a good job. They go from like that slasher gore to horror slasher gore, and season 4 is very much back in the horror genre, which I'm here for. That's me and my dad's jam. Like I love watching horror movies. Oh, we go see scary movies together when I was a kid in the theater. When I go to his house and visit, we watch scary movies. Like we're big in the horror genre, and so Stranger Things was right up my alley. You sir are behind, but I'm glad you're catching up.
Yeah, I know. I'm so far. Is it over? They're gonna keep making more, right?
I think they've got 1, maybe 2 seasons. I know one more coming out. And I think it's like 2025 maybe, but they've got more coming for sure.
Yeah, I got confirmation. Someone, my lady was like 2025. Yeah, we're good. You're right.
Let's go. Right on. Let's go. We ain't spent lives on this show.
Yes. What are you watching? What do you watch? You said college hoops. Are you watching college hoops?
I'm watching some college hoops. This is also mine and my esteemed colleagues' favorite time of the year with college baseball. Though right now, as a Mississippi State fan, I am a glutton for punishment because we're awful. We're 3-4, and we should be like 6-0. Like there's no reason we shouldn't be 6-0. But I'm watching college baseball. It's that time of the year that I'm consistently, that's the whole reason I get ESPN Plus, is so I can watch all the Mississippi State games. I watch a lot of SEC too, but watching college baseball, if you're not familiar with it, if you like baseball at all, it's worth checking out because you see some cool stuff, right? Like opening weekend, Mississippi State had a paratrooper, a parachute into the stadium with the game ball. Like you don't see a lot of stuff in a lot of places.
That's dope.
ECU had a player who's had, I think it was 23 or 24 surgeries over the last 2 years for an amputation of one of his legs from some complications that he had. And he took it at bat. And he walked in his first at bat. An amputee played college baseball for the Eastern Carolina Pirates. Like, it's just really cool, like storylines in college baseball. So if you hadn't done it, man, we're trying to like grow the game. Check out some college baseball wherever you are, whoever your favorite team is, whether it's Memphis, State, Ole Miss. Like, you're missing some cool stuff in college baseball.
I feel like a dummy because my brother plays college baseball, and you said college baseball. And I was like, he plays for it's Johnson. It's a small private school, but like you're right about it's. Every kid's story is not like one thing about the pros is most professional players have been like that since they were kids. Yes, that's how you don't get to the professional sport. You don't get there unless you're a prodigy.
Yeah, like I saw Austin Riley play in high school, and like there was no doubt that dude was going pro.
Exactly. Like you saw him and you were like, oh,
that's a dude.
Yeah, that's a dude. That's a grown man playing with. That's a grown man playing.
Yep. But now you've got you get these stories of like future accountants and future insurance salesmen and your local State Farm guy, right? Like a lot of these guys aren't going pro, but like they still play baseball because they love it. And like, I'm not trying to get all sentimental on you, but like baseball is like
that's what it's for.
Right? Like that's what baseball is, man. Like I love baseball on the radio. It's kind of like it was made for radio, but it's great to watch on TV too. You get cool stories, cool atmospheres, you get great voices and storylines and stuff. Man, college baseball is where it's at. Baseball is my favorite sport. Always has been since I was a kid, and the college aspect of it. Plus you get metal bats. You get guys hitting like 490, 500 foot just tomahawks, man. And
did you play?
I played in high school, never much past that, but I played beer league softball and church league softball too, which is a ton of fun. Something else that'd be fun to put on TV. Bunch of out of shape church league softball, but check out some college baseball, man. It's a good time.
Dude, and you said you don't want to get sentimental. I love getting sentimental on this show. And
Let's go.
I don't have it behind me yet. I've got framed the front page of the Chicago Tribune the day after the Cubs won the World Series.
Are you a Cubs fan?
Yeah, dude.
Let's go.
Go Cubs, go.
Fan,
Go
man.
Cubbies,
Cubs,
go,
baby. Yes, sir.
This just became a Cubs podcast. Every Tuesday.
That's it.
Every Tuesday is going to be a Cubs pod now.
Let's go. I knew I liked you for some reason. Finally.
Yeah, dude. Cubbies are great.
Because my co-host Drew is a Cardinals fan, and I pick terrible friends. He's a Cardinals fan. He's an Ole Miss fan. Like the worst of the worst, right? So nice to meet another Cubs fan. Let's go,
dude. Let's go. Dude. You know what? We're ending the show on that. I don't even want to talk. We're gonna go Cubs. Cubs
Go
season's
Cubs, go.
coming. I'm gonna bring you on. I'm gonna have a segment when Cubs play. We're bringing you on now. It's sick.
Let's go. Yes, sir. I'm
Yeah.
in.
I guess the Grizzlies play tomorrow, but whatever. We'll see you. Thank you for tuning in, guys. We will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you, Rusty, for joining me, brother. I really appreciate it. Everybody have a great rest of your Tuesday. Be a friend to somebody and watch some TV and be nice. See y'all.